Hi, Libra. Happy birthday. Happy new moon. It's been a quiet time for you guys. Although it is your season and the new moon is upon us in your sign, there's still a part of you that is rethinking about old structures. Rethinking a lot of things, actually. I think one of the misconceptions about Libra is that, and no shade, this is with respect, but you guys are the scales, right? So oftentimes you are seen as the sign of balance because you like peace and maintaining an equilibrium between everyone, right? But because you strive to maintain that equilibrium, that means you are constantly fighting to get back to homeostasis. Like, you are always, your mind is racing a lot more than you all would probably like to admit, because on the outside you would like to just appear as though you got it all together. And you know, Libras, you do. Again, I'm not trying to shade you, no hate. But there is a struggle, an internal struggle that you all kind of hide from the world, because, I mean, you just don't see why you know, like, why would I be unhappy when I could be happy? And, you know, that is a great mindset to be in when you want to just live in the moment. And I think Libras are very good at that. But sometimes when you are fighting with that internal dialogue, it's hard for you to ground yourself in your own thoughts. Like, I don't know if that made any sense. You just have a hard time following your intuition. You know it's there, but it's just hard because your brain is programmed to just keep the peace, right? Like, you know, I just need to maintain balance at all costs and just make sure that everyone is happy. But at what cost? These popped out together. Keeping other people happy at what cost, Libra? Sometimes, and we have the Emperor card out here. So sometimes, in order to maintain our own equilibrium, we have to disrupt the balance every now and then. The Emperor, Aries energy, selfish, entitled, self-centered, yada yada, right? But always true to himself or herself, to the bone. Like, there is no way, once the Emperor decides something, especially when it pertains to himself and his happiness, once he decides on something, that's that. Aries energy doesn't really go through all this, the mental circling, like, so many options. Aries are just like, nope, bye. They're impulsive, right? And that doesn't always work for everyone. Libras, you guys like to think things through. You guys like to see things from a higher perspective, right? How can I use my mind to turn all of these... my neighbor just started up his motorcycle, so if you hear that in the background, I'm sorry. What was I saying? So how do I use my mind to turn all of these possibilities into everything I want and more? From the 7 to the 9, from reverse to upright, right? There's a lot about Libras that people don't know, because Libras, are still a dualistic sign. And because sometimes you guys are people pleasers, it's hard for other people to see you as someone who can, for lack of better words, like, I'm not trying to be like rude or insulting, but it's just like, think for yourselves, like, not be so swayed by outside influences. Not to say that you guys aren't intelligent, because you are, but that's what I'm saying. Like, people might perceive you as unintelligent because you sort of feed off of that social interaction with other people, right? Like, you need that other person not to make decisions for you, but you need your energy and your ideas to bounce off of each other in order for you to really fuel whatever it is that you're going through. And where I'm going with all of this is a re-evaluation of your stability, your skills, your financial stability, but also your emotional stability, because there's hard work, but you don't really want to do it. And there's a struggle for control. Or maybe it's that someone else wants control and you don't really want control. You kind of just want things to be, but that's just not how things are. And you feel as though you have kind of gone from the King of Pentacles to the Knave of Pentacles. Not that this is you, but just maybe your surrounding environment. Maybe this is a work situation. This could be Venus, like, for you guys, it's in your second house, right? So your personal resources and what you find to be personally valuable. Venus in retrograde in your second house is having you take a second look at what you've been building. Has it really been fulfilling? Is this really where you want to go? Or can you take this one coin and rebuild something else? And the reason why these are upside down is because maybe you feel a little defeated in what you could have and what you currently do have, and it's not necessarily in tune with where you want to be, where you could be. But Pluto now finally going direct in your 4th house in Capricorn is a step in the right direction. It's got you really thinking now about, like, concrete moves, because Libra, you tend to be stuck here, right, in your mind, up in the clouds, like, oh, like, I could do all these things, but, like, I don't know, it's comfortable, and, like, I don't really want to rock the boat, and I don't know, and this is fine, this is close enough, right? But is it, when you really look at it? Just because there's all the cups there, does it really look like what you imagined it to be? You gotta stack them up the right way, right? Sorry if this reading was kind of like all over the place. My energy's just been super scattered, but, like, I don't know, new moon in Libra, I just have to do the readings. It's been a very intense download for me. So sorry if I'm, like, really intense in this reading, Libra, but the message for you here is, don't be too much of a people pleaser, which I know is the most counterintuitive thing you can say to a Libra, but maintaining your personal equilibrium will be very important, more important than maintaining the equilibrium of those around you, because it's kind of drained you of your personal energy from the King to the Page. And you're kind of tricking yourself into thinking that you've already reached where you're supposed to be, like you've reached your highest potential, but you haven't yet. And this new moon is going to make things, along with the retrograde, it's going to make things a little fuzzy, because for you it's in your first house, right? So your sense of self is, I don't know, you are presenting this and you really want to be this and you know you can be, but like in the back of your mind you just kind of feel like this and you don't really know how to express it or how to get rid of it, but you want to be here. So you're kind of just stepping in that role without really feeling like it. So what is it that you really want? What is it that you really, truly, truly value? For you, it's your values, your personal values, not even about your money or your resources. It's just like to the core of you, Libra. Like, what is it that you want? And what is it that you want to contribute? Which is going to be a huge part of it, right? Yeah. So it's going to be foggy for a little bit. But once we head into December, really, I'm just going to make it a clear mark and say 2019 is going to be a lot lighter. Well, I don't want to say that either, but just flesh out whatever you need to at this time and reprioritize so that your scales can be in order, in balance, right? Because rarely is it ever, right, Libra? And it's okay. Just because you're the scales doesn't mean you need to be even all the time. That's the whole point of scales. It's to let you know when things are out of order. And then you can fix it. So don't feel the need to be perpetually, have both of your scales equal at all times. It's not about being, maintaining that equilibrium at all times. It's about how you jump through the hurdles or jump over the hurdles as they're made present to you or made known to you. So following your intuition and really thinking about your priorities and your values. Now stop ignoring your intuition. Stop ignoring your intuition. That's also the big message I'm getting for you. Okay, Libra, happy birthday, happy Halloween. I'll see you in November.